Self-Publishing with Dale here on a Friday. Man, November 5th. Where the heck did 2021 go? I'd like to know. Does anybody know? Because I have no fathomable clue. But today is Friday, so that means I'm going to be answering comments. Any kind of questions that you might have, please go ahead and drop them inside the live chat or inside the comments if you're watching this on the replay. I'm just geeked up to kind of jump into things today, because we had some really great content over on the main channel over the past 2 weeks. We had the head of Kindle Vella, Virginia Milner, come in and speak a little bit more about Kindle Vella and how we could really capitalize on the platform. And the newness is still there. So, man, I was pretty pumped myself, and I got to admit, I'm super tempted to go to Kindle Vella, but the man who chases two rabbits gets none. So unfortunately, Kindle Vella is not going to be on my radar anytime soon. And then a couple days ago, I interviewed the illustrious Audrey Carlin. She's a prolific romance author who is a #1 New York Times bestselling author, Wall Street Journal bestselling author, and USA Today bestselling author, as well as for the past 2 months, her series, The Marriage Auction, has dominated the top of the Kindle Vella charts. And it doesn't look like it's going to be letting up anytime soon. There's a lot of great insights. I saw one comment, and it sounded rather entitled. And if you ever find yourself in a position of saying something snarky or putting down anybody, I'm probably just going to block you. I'm just going to ban you. So just see yourself out the door. Saw this guy come in here and was like, "That's such a padded interview. It's easy for her to do these type of things because she's got a trad pump company." So you went into this interview with a complete agenda, in my opinion. You didn't want to hear that Kindle Vella was going to be successful. So when someone came in here, you decided that you would go ahead and refute everything this person put in front of you. Little did you know that this woman had humble beginnings in the world of self-publishing, and she continues to do self-publishing. She just happens to have a TradPub deal for some of her titles, not all of them. So for somebody just to sit here and pass off saying, well, it's easy for her to say, yeah, possibly. Or maybe you just shut your mouth and learn from a pro and apply those things that you learn. Call me crazy. So if you were the person who left that snarky comment, go stand in a corner. Honestly, I just, entitlement sucks. I would rather you come take a dookie on my carpet right now than to sit here and spew such hateful rhetoric in my comments. Now, don't dookie on my carpet, because that's my cat's job. I wish I was joking. Mojo Seedlack, great to see you. Mojo Seedlack is actually a Tier 3 channel member, as well as SL Michaels, my buddy Samantha. The two of them are Tier 3 channel members. You want to find out more about the channel membership, I went ahead and put it inside the pinned comments. It's like Patreon, except on YouTube. I don't think I need to go down this path any further. All right, let's go over into the other window here, and bear with me for a second because I have to fix the audio real briefly here. There we go. Okay. Usually I have to silence this because of the sprints, which we'll be having sprints later on today at 2:15. Don't forget, put it on your calendar, set up an alarm. I'm just going to shut this off right now. Alrighty, and I don't think I need to do the display capture of that. Okay, so just for context here, on the right-hand side, you're going to see the comment that or the video that we're commenting on, and then on the left, you'll see the person who's commenting. Typically, if there's like a icon right here, they're either a channel member or they've been a subscriber for a certain period of time. I'll explain it when we get to it. So Vegas Rennie says, I watched the video on Atticus, and as someone who's been painfully considering Vellum, was very excited to see a possible alternative. Yeah, I'm loving it. Loving it so far. I've been using it in my writing sprints every day. Other than a few hiccups that I reported, Atticus is pretty solid for the price. I've yet to actually use it for formatting, although a friend and I are testing it out. There we go. reply. And of course, you know what? You get a thumb and you get a heart. My boy, Walter Wyburn. Hi, brother. I'm watching here now. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it, Walter. Awesome show, brother. Thank you so much. I'm not going to give you a boilerplate answer here. Thanks so much for the continued support. You're awesome. That's a guy who has had a fantastic year so far. So real happy for Walter Wyburn hitting 100,000 subscribers, and then he goes and gifts me his plaque. My Lord. Awesome. And I'm saying that, my Lord, like I just still blown away by that. Bob Rossi, he's been a member for the last 3 months. Look, folks, he's been a member here. Hey, Dale, I'm doing a free ebook promotion. How do I ask for reviews? Thanks. Put it into the back matter of your book. You know, I should probably say something. Put a review request into the back matter of the book. Keep it simple. Something like, now that you're done reading this book, it would mean the world to me if you left a review. I'm going to put honest review from where you downloaded this ebook. I cover a lot of that in my book, Amazon Reviews for Books. HTTPS dalelinks.com/reviewsbook. Andy from Easy Graphics, great to see you join us here, man. Well done on your 20,000 audiobook sales. That's amazing. I'm at 200 LOL, nowhere near your level, but hopefully one day. I had hoped to have 60 audiobooks completed by the new year. I made it to 56, already scheduled for the new year. See, look at that. Kicking butt and taking names, Mojo. Thumbs up and a heart. Let's come on down here. Sharif Hendricks says, #replay. Nice. Thank you so much for watching the replay. Hi, Dale. Sharif from South Africa. Thanks for all the amazing content and advice and all the guidance. I am a new indie author and used all your advice to publish my very first short reads October this year, 2021. You're the authority on self-publishing for a reason. Thanks, Sharif. Hey, congrats on your publications. Keep up the good work and stay tuned for more. Boom. Reply. A thumbs up and a heart. Itchy Hope has been a subscriber for the past 7 months. Love your work. I've dropped the ball on marketing because of the time it takes. I still drop in and listen to what you have to say. Cheers. I appreciate that. Thanks so much for being a subscriber for the past 7 months. SL Michaels, hey, how you doing? Sorry I'm late. It's hard dealing with a dying dog. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. We're taking Izzy up to a follow-up appointment. She's still not 100%. She's much better. But yeah, we were afraid she was on her way out the door for a couple weeks there. And unfortunately, it happened right as we were going on vacation out to LA and then out to New York. So we could not thoroughly enjoy our trips at all. She's doing much better, but there's still just a lot of congestion up in her sinuses. So she goes around sounding like a pug dog, like doing that constantly. Her sinuses are just horrible. So we're hoping to get some kind of closure here today. J.A. Crawshaw, the author, says, thanks, Dale. A really great podcast, and a credit to you for digging around for all of this for us. Thanks for listening. I truly appreciate the kudos. I can't take all the credit, so that's why I cited my sources in the description. I like to, anytime I'm doing any of these type of pieces that doesn't speak too highly of a given platform, I like to provide receipts. I kind of like to think of it like journalistic integrity. Truthfully speaking, sometimes my opinion does come sifting through, and I hope that some people don't view that as facts. Anytime I'm like, hey, I don't like ACX. Me not liking ACX has no weight on you, and you should be able to make your own informed decision on how you feel about ACX. That's why when something like this Audiblegate thing kind of came out, I was really attentive, taking notes. It was some things that I'd always suspected about them, but I continue to take notes. I really believe ACX has a lot of promise if they would just learn to work with their rights holders instead of working against them. Because the thing is, it's much like running a company. You can sit here and run a company and pay everybody minimum wage, make them work off the clock, give them write-ups, make them feel like garbage, boss them around, and people aren't going to feel invested in being employed at that place. But the place that people want to be employed at is where there's a sense of leadership, not just a sense of just bossing over people. There's a sense of being of service to the people that help your company grow. And fostering and nurturing that relationship, I think, is absolutely paramount. And ACX is really dropping the ball on this one. To a certain extent, Amazon KDP does too. I spoke with Virginia Milner directly after the broadcast, and some of my thoughts on how KDP has really dropped the ball. And they're not near as bad as as ACX is, but KDP has a YouTube channel. They never answer their comments ever. They just post things up. So it's almost like they're lording over us on a stage. And if you're in the business of YouTube and video content creation and you publish these things without any kind of communication back and forth, then you could never expect to build a solid community out of that. You might get some success, but over the long term, if you're sitting here ignoring the people that support you, then they're going to be less apt to be invested in you. So I spoke with her about it, how YouTube actually has a channel called Creator Insider. Creator Insider is actually run by the team over at YouTube. And it's kind of a way that they get down into the trenches. They're like, hey, this is us. This is how we do our channel. And here's some things people can anticipate. And I told her it'd be awesome if you guys had something like Creator Insider, just doing like a 3 to 5 minute video once per week, covering some main questions, concerns, comments, because Lord knows there's probably like millions of questions pouring in on a regular basis to Amazon KDP. Instead of making these dry, boring tutorials, I would recommend that they just get away from the tutorials and get into connecting with the audience. Now, ACX probably should do the same thing. They've got their own YouTube channel as well, but I really don't pay much attention to it. I probably should. Let's get on back over here to the comments. Anne-Marie Spencer, hey Dale, thanks for again for doing this. Considering aggregate publishing, and of course they take 10 to 15%, but would all of the other publishers you pick on their site take a percentage as well? Yes, Anne-Marie. So if you're using an aggregate publisher like Drafted Digital, Smashwords, let me think here, StreetLib, so you get the idea, Ingram Spark, what they're doing is they're serving, anytime I say aggregate publishing, might as well just go ahead and call them a middleman. They're essentially a person that's going to represent you, and because of them representing you, they take a percentage of the net profits. You notice I always say net profits. Why is that? Because when a sale is made, let's say for instance on Apple has a 70% royalty on ebooks. So you're going to take 70%. There's your net profit as it comes in. Let's say you're using Drafted Digital. They take 15% of that net profit, leaving you the remainder of that 70%. It all comes down to time versus money. Do you want to manage all of the different dashboards and no less keep your CPA busy when it comes tax time with a ton of different W-9s? Chances are very likely, if you're okay with that, then that's fine. Because then I would say, when you use aggregate publishing, skip the avenues of Apple, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. At least those three, skip those and go directly to them. So that way you collect all of them. Because the major 4 alternatives to Amazon KDP for ebook distribution primarily is Apple, Barnes & Noble Press, Kobo Writing Life, and Google Play Books. Now, you notice I didn't say Google Play Books because There's not too many aggregate publishing platforms that manage Google Play Books. Publishdrive does, but they're a different type of aggregate publisher. You pay a monthly subscription to them and collect all of the net profits coming in. So all you have to do is pay a flat fee. I would recommend, if you end up using Publishdrive, that you do it with the purpose of trying to drive traffic to each one of those avenues. Be very deliberate, because if you're paying, say, $20 per month or $100 per month to Publishdrive and you're only making $15, $20, it's probably not worth the distribution through Publishdrive. That's just my opinion. I am not the type of person that likes to get too risky and put a lot of money into it. I would rather just have the percentage pulled out through things like Drafted Digital or Smashwords. Now, with that being said, I believe Publishdrive still has a deal. Let's see here. Let's look it up. dalelinks.com/publishdeal. And let's see if it's still open. Yeah. So there is a lifetime subscription. I wouldn't call it a subscription necessarily. You get lifetime access to uploads, and you don't have to worry about the monthly payments. You can do 24 books, which would be audiobooks, ebooks, print books. So in other words, even though you have one title that goes into those 3 different versions, they actually count as 3 total books on Publishdrive. So I would recommend, if you're really interested in Publishdrive and you really want to go deep on it, go for the tier 2 on this one. I'm just debating over it. I'm probably just going to end up going ahead and getting this. I would do it right now, but I'm not ready to put my credit card information in front of you guys. But it's just kind of a good way to kind of go about thing. But you get 96 total books. They have integration with Amazon advertising. So there's so much to kind of look into for Publishdrive. But look at that, dalelinks.com/publishdeal. Let me go ahead and I'll put this up inside the chat so that way. Come on now, Dale. My big camera's right in the way. There we go. So yeah, take advantage of that. If you're interested in doing Publishdrive, I just say go all in, and then you're set with like a lifetime of this, and then you can collect 100% of all the earnings. That, or you just go monthly with the Publishdrive. So I hope that helped out, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much for tuning in. By the way, you're going to join me for writing sprints today. Got writing sprints at 2:15. Would love to see each and every single one of you coming on in and joining me. And it will be the last one for the week. It's only going to be an hour long, so it's not going to be 2 hours. I got to go take the kitty cat to the vet, as I'd mentioned earlier. All right, J.A. Crawshaw, thank you so much. Thumbs up and a heart. Easy graphics. This always feels weird whenever I answer your comments in front of you. Still shocked that ACX got away with all that. I'll have multiple McFlurries and order many Big Mac meal combos, since I can return them for free after I finished eating each meal. Well played, man. Well played. But doesn't it work that way? You know, I see so many times, and how many people have watched that before? Have you ever been in a restaurant, whether fast food or sit down? Someone goes and they order the food, and they just hog it down. They're like, maybe they eat all of it or they eat most of it, and then they go, I don't like this. I want a refund, or I want a replacement. Like, what? You just ate all of that and decided that it was inferior food. You could have fooled me because you just finished the damn thing. I just detest people like that. Like, this just, I was with a friend once, and we were at an all-you-can-eat buffet on the west side of Columbus here, and that's actually been closed ever since then. Not that this was the occasion, but we're sitting down, and at that specific place, it might have been a hometown buffet. They used to bring up the drinks to you. Like, you couldn't go and serve yourself back then. So this tells you how long ago it was. The self-serve type stuff wasn't available right about then. At any rate, he's kind of like about, 20 minutes into the meal. He's thrown down a lot of buffet food, and his cup is empty. And he didn't bother like waving anybody down or anything else like that, or searching. Because like, if I don't see my waitress, I'll go looking. I'm like, hey, can I get some water over here? Like the other day I was at this restaurant and I needed a spoon for my soup. I didn't see my waitress, so I was like, I'll go over and ask for it. Screw it. Well, he sat there and pouted about it, and he stopped eating. And so when the waitress finally came up, he's insisting on a full refund because he didn't get the drink that he wanted to in a timely fashion because he's eating. And I was so embarrassed. I was just like, bro, if you need a refund, I'll just give you the money. You just ate a lot of food at this place. Like, that's unacceptable. Maybe tip them a little bit lower, but asking for a full refund because they didn't come over and give you a drink, I ain't feeling that. All right, thumbs up and a heart for you, Andy. Thank you so much for your support. Respawn, you are killing me, man. How many times you get to change your name? Author Carter Holland. See, Carter, now I know what your name is. So Carter, thank you so much for all the support. I always see your comments here on the Answering Comments Live. Hi, Dale. Hope you are well, friend. I am. Thank you so much. I just got done doing cardio at the gym, so I'm sweaty and I'm not going to say tired. I'm revved up. Watched a vid on you writing some new books. Awesome. I want to get your keywords book soon. Heard about the email soliciting of links from that guy's books, and you were like, no, bro. Heard about the email soliciting of links. I'm not sure. That scares me to do that to people and not know them personally. I don't know the context of that one. Sorry. I wanted to ask, what's worth the money to spend on Publishdrive or having a website get traffic? And is Smashwords Audible worth it or nay? Good luck with the books. Hey, thanks. I'm on track to complete a book about Amazon ads in the next week and a half. I'm on fire right now on that book. As for Publishdrive, it's so funny. I was just talking about Publishdrive. Did you see they have a deal on AppSumo? It's limited time, so if you want it, visit my affiliate link at don't need to speak all that out, dalelinks.com/publishdeal. I'll most likely get the tier 2 deal since you can publish 96 books and collect all royalties. I'll pass on the normal Publishdrive subscription fees. As for Smashwords, like it. I've used them almost as long as I've used KDP. Fun fact. Now, Audible, well, watch the last podcast recording. You'll get my opinion there. Reply. Boom. Thank you so much, Carter. I really appreciate it. Skyrider says the clock is ticking for awesome info from Dale. You got that right. Thanks for the support. Okay, gonna scroll. I saw something messed up above. My apologies, folks. Thumbs up and a heart. Skyrider, I just saw you became a new member. What the heck am I doing? Come on, Dale. And welcome to the channel membership. Make sure you scroll through the community tab for neat little perks. I should be sometime here. Today is when I would like to do it. Don't quote me on this, but I'm going to put a bonus portion of the interview with Audrey Carlin. She showed up 10 minutes early. So I got in about a couple minutes early and we just got the jib-jabbing and I'm like, hey, do you mind if I just go ahead and record before we go live? And she's like, yeah, sure. So I've got about 10 to 15 minutes of content, exclusive content. We get to kind of hear her origin story. and you guys get to get a good idea of where Audrey came from and what got her into the whole publishing business. Because believe it or not, she drew some very interesting inspiration from another self-published author. So it's kind of cool to see I wouldn't call it a rags to riches story, and I wouldn't call it a zero to hero, but she went from having to work a full-time job and care for her family to then being able to pivot full-time as an author. And now she's got a hybrid publishing deal. She's a hybrid publisher, meaning she's got a TradPub deal and she's able to self-publish as well. Jocelyn Carter, how you doing? Jocelyn, you going to join me for the writing sprint today at 2:15? Olkesh Kosh has been a channel subscriber for 2 months. Says, hi, Dale. Great video, and thanks for answering my question. By the way, I'm personally not bothered about the eye contact to screen while reading your notes. Comment. I think your presenting skills are great. Keep up the good work. Fair enough. I try not to personalize it. Believe it or not, I'm working on something to improve the eye contact. Stay tuned. And how long was Olkesh a subscriber? For the past 2 months. Stay tuned. And thanks for being a subscriber for the past 4 months. Did I say 4 months or 2 months? I'm losing my mind here, folks. 2 months. I don't know why I decided to give him twice as much. He'll probably feel good about himself. Reply. A thumbs up and a heart. Okay, folks, I'm going into held for review. That means that if you got any kind of children around or anything else like that, parental guidance is suggested. Nothing in here. All right, so I'm going to switch back up to my big head here because I'm going to move on over to the main account and answer some questions there. I saw some very interesting questions, so this will make for a fun time here. Hey, Caleb, how you doing? Good to see you join us, buddy. I know a couple of the video creators are in the house right now here. Mojo, of course, SL Michaels, Easy Graphics, Caleb. We're going to be meeting up tomorrow for the video creator meetup, kind of talk about Q4 video programming. I'll just give you guys some ideas and what we'll be doing, but sorry, folks, that is invite only. So, and Marie Spencer says, last question, since there's a delay in print-on-demand books, shouldn't we as authors increase prices on ebooks? Also, I've noticed $1.99 392-page ebooks and $2.99 6-page short story ebooks. How? I know, it probably messes with your mind. What I would recommend is instead of trying to pay attention to these outliers, focus on your niche when it comes to pricing. Look at the top 20 bestsellers. You can go to Amazon, find the bestsellers list for your given niche. And I want you to kind of pay attention to how many pages they have, what's their rank, and how long have they been up for, and how much are they charging. That's going to help you make a more informed decision. What you price your book at, Anne-Marie, has no bearing on what everybody else does. So I want you to think about the value that you bring and provide as a writer instead of thinking about, well, gosh, this person's doing a 392 epic novel and is only pricing it for 99 cents. What gives? They probably are just following the herd. There's a lot of people out there that proclaim that if you're in fiction, you've got to price your stuff at 99 cents or make it bargain basement. And to me, I think instead of making your stuff bargain basement, and this is even a recommendation Brian Meeks has made, is make your copy better, your ad copy inside your book description. If people aren't buying at a higher price point for your stuff, chances are either you've priced yourself out of the niche and you've gone above that, or you're way too low. And the next thing is, I would say be confident. If you've got a killer fiction book, Anne-Marie, then pull no punches. Go $4.99. $5.99. That person who did the 6 pages and charged that much, chances are very likely they felt pretty strongly about how much their value is. So know what your value is and then go from there. Now, when it comes to like waiting for print on demand, I mean, that's the nature of this business. Unfortunately, there is a lot of hurry up and wait. I mean, you make sales and then you get it 60 to 90 days later. If you're going through platforms like Lulu or I'm trying to think of another good example, I think Blurb, maybe they pay out quarterly. So that's probably, I would say, the best way to supplement your income would be consider doing things like just small things that will help monetize your brand. And that would be, if you're a nonfiction author, it's going to be dead simple. You can just build out a back end, get a big sales funnel that you can kind of send people through. And you could price your nonfiction book super, super low. That way you can make up for it in the back end, because when someone signs up for your email through your book, they might hit a tripwire. They'll upsell to a course. They'll upsell over to a coaching and consulting package. And maybe they upgrade to like a done for you type service. For fiction authors, it's a little bit more dicey. So I would say, maybe consider things like doing a YouTube channel. Don't spend too much time on it. I think a lot of people hear me give the advice that yes, authors should make a YouTube channel, but they misunderstand me in that, it shouldn't be the top priority, but maybe something that, you just do in addition, because it's just small assets. If you were just to launch one video per week over the next year, you'd have 52 videos. Those are 52 different assets and ways that people can learn about the Anne Marie Spencer brand and get to connect with you, because the more they see your eyes, the more they're going to start to trust you. And these are going to be lifelong friends and family, some people that you really, truly value. So excellent question, by the way, super, super deep. Plan on it, Dale. Always up for a sprint, even if it's just to get one page written. Hey, there we go. Let's get that one page written. We got 1 hour today, so it's going to be a tight one. Tanya, it's good to see you, Tanya's Writing Realm. Everybody go check out Tanya's Writing Realm when you ever get the opportunity. Tanya, I can't help but notice you've got a nice little double banana sticker there. That means that you've been a channel member for the past few months, and thank you so much, folks. Anybody that gets subscribed, I do appreciate it. Let's get over to these next comments, folks. We're going to keep today's broadcast pretty tight. I've been reading The Marriage Auction since episode 1, and I am loving it. Thumbs up and a heart. Oh, look at this. Audrey actually responded. Thank you for always being a top support. That's so awesome. Thanks so much for watching and commenting. Watching and commenting, folks, that's just a powerful combo. Anytime you want to help support somebody that's on YouTube, just watch and comment. At least watch. Callie Chase. Now, this is so freaking cool. Callie Chase is another top Kindle Vella author. I think I saw her series somewhere in the top 20, and her series is called Bug, and this was actually mentioned during Audrey Carlin's interview, one of her favorite things. And crossing my fingers. Here we go. We're going to cross our fingers. I'm going to see if I can get Callie Chase to come on to the show for an interview. So I'm stunned by the love and support in Audrey's interview for Bug. She's as genuine a cheerleader for this platform as she is for her fellow authors. What an inspiration. Not what you expect from a top performing author, but this same kind of heart goes into her stories. Thank you for the 2 generous shout outs, and thank you, Dale. Great interview. I think that's her way of saying, I'm not really interested in it. Wow. This is so cool to see you watch and comment. The invite is still open. If you're up for an interview, drop me a line at Yeah, I'd love to actually see if we can get Callie Chase in. She writes books that are a little closer to my taste. Nothing wrong with Audrey. I'm not a romance reader at all. Hey, Dale, my book will be published soon. I have my LLC form, but I don't want people trying to search or contact me through the physical address of my publishing company, which is really my house. And as you know, I couldn't register my LLC to a P.O. box. So is there a way to legally mask or block the public address of my my business? I have an email and P.O. box set up for general contact and services. My privacy is very important. Please help. Thanks again. This is where a good business attorney can help big time. When I had him transfer my business entity from one state to the next, he changed the address so that it was his address. That way, if anyone wants to contact me through my address, they got to go through my lawyer first. And he doesn't charge extra for that. It's kind of nice because I value my personal space and privacy. By the way, folks, if you get any kind of questions, please drop them inside the comments here while we're still live. There's probably a couple more comments left that we're going to go through before I go ahead and call it a day. But remember, we will be back here on the channel at 2:15 today. Can this tablet be multitasking? I mean, split screen, because I want to take notes while listening to lectures. Ooh, hang on a second. Entertain yourselves for a moment. I'm pretty sure it does a picture-in-picture, so let's do this. We're going to go together here on this one. So I'm going to open up. This is my Amazon Fire HD 10 tablet. It's the 2021 version, the 11th generation. And let me just open a video. Let's see if it'll do picture-in-picture, because I think that's what he's shooting for. So I'm going to turn down the volume. And let's just do this. Here we go. Okay, now I wonder if... Yeah, it does. Cool, cool. Look at this. So you get the video firing off down there. Let me see if I can browse Amazon. Yeah. So there we go. There's the answer. Now I wonder if we can move that around. Oh my gosh, yeah, you can actually move it around. Look at that. That's neat. Very cool. Okay, let's see here. I need to close that window out. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. We just learned something new together, folks. This is going to bother me. I'm just going to put it right over here instead. Love the Amazon Fire HD 10. Honestly, love it. You do yourselves a favor, get that. Who's getting snow? Oh, no. Yep, the exact reason I moved from Minnesota 3 years ago. I couldn't take the cold any longer. As long as it's 55 or higher, I can survive. I feel you, man. I did not like walking to the gym today because it was definitely cold. All right. Amir Hassan says, can this tablet be multitasking? Yes. Yes. You can do picture in picture. I just tested it out with the YouTube app and opened up the Amazon Marketplace, or the Amazon app. So there you go. I hope that helps. Roman V says, can you also use these methods for audio files? Ooh. I don't think so. Because audio, downloadable audio books, you know, I don't know. Because he's not asking for audio, downloadable audiobooks. He's saying just audio in general. I don't know. But I assume not, since it only supports Audible and not any other audio files. All right, thumbs up and a heart. There we go. Elizabeth Ann says, can we add pictures to the book listing that will show after the cover and book cover images? Sadly, without a vendor account, you can't change the images. I think it's a seller account as well. Send a seller or vendor account. You can't change the images on the product page. And those accounts cost a premium. require some hoops to jump through. For instance, an Amazon vendor account is invite only. Sorry, I couldn't give you better news. Yeah, this was something I had studied a long time. I reached out to the team at KDP. I reached out to Author Central. I reached out over to Seller Central through Amazon seller accounts and such. And it wasn't until I finished the Amazon ads course that I had found out that in order to do that, you have to have a seller account and a vendor account. It might actually only be a vendor account, but I could be 100% off on that one. Kelly used to have a seller account. We tried looking into it, but we just never went further down that little rabbit trail. All right, folks, let's see here. I'm going to go into the held for review. So you know what that means? That means that it gets a little dicey. So if you got children, parental guidance is advised. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. And we're all clear. Good stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and reset this so that way it's not so close up. All righty. And you guys were staring at my head in that very last one. So there's that. Well, folks, it has been a fantastic morning, a great way to kind of break into the day. Walter Wyburn shows up. Now it's time to go ahead and go. Good to see you, Walter. It was so funny. I just got done commenting at the very beginning of this broadcast on one of your comments. So thank you so much for coming in here, Walter. I hope you're doing okay, buddy. Let's see here. There's no channel sponsors to kind of push at this point. So what I would just recommend is you'd like to give back to the channel. If you'd like to help contribute to the cause, please consider becoming a channel member. The channel membership is linked inside the pinned comment here inside the live chat or inside the description down below. I think there's actually 2 links to the channel memberships. I guess it's twice as nice. Go on in there. That would be a great way to support the cause. And by the way, I do have some Book Rescue merch that's going to be coming out relatively soon. I'm just waiting on some of the samples to get in before I give the thumbs up and activate it over on the YouTube channel, the main YouTube channel. And my intent is to get all sales, all profits from the Book Rescue merch sales, and I will take that and I'll put it to Book Rescue, and most likely it'll end up being some type of it'll fund a book cover, it'll cover prize money, maybe, invest in something that someone wants inside Book Rescue. Stay tuned. The Book Rescue short should be done sometime today, so I imagine it's going to launch on the channel probably tomorrow, if not early next week. It'll be just kind of a recap of the book cover episode. We are right now wrapping things up on episode 4. It's taken a little longer than what we would have liked, but on Tuesday we should finish up doing the recording for that. And then episode 5 should be shortly behind because we're already neck deep into doing the marketing and promotion. And then episode 6 will be the finale, which will be just kind of a best of mix, kind of, taking a little bit from each one of the first 5 episodes and condensing it down into one big episode, sharing the full story arc of Robert G. Culp. Robert's just a gem, just a quality human being. Highly recommend that you stay tuned, and to help support him, go visit him on Twitter. Just look up Robert G. Culp. You should be able to find him. Sweetheart of a dude. Make sure you reach out to him and say, what's up? Smack that like button, folks. Just like Andy said. Andy said it, so you got to do it. Thank you so much, everybody. I really do appreciate you tuning in. I'll be back here again at 2:15 tonight. And if you're feeling froggy, my third channel called Live Streaming Tech, we talk all about live streaming online. We are going to be going live tonight at 6:15 as opposed to at 11:15 today. There's something came up with my brother, so we pushed it forward to 6:15. We should be back into the regular time. So join me on Live Streaming Tech 6:15 tonight. So there's a couple things you get involved in. 2:15, we're going to have the writing sprints. 6:15, Live Streaming Tech. We're going to be talking about Twitch is going to ban you, and I don't like that. So love the Book Rescue series. Thank you so much. Yes, stay tuned. We're going to have merch out here pretty soon. And to my knowledge, the whole trademarking process for Book Rescue is going along rather smoothly. My lawyer's working things out to not only get the the logo trademark. He's going to get the name trademarked, and we're also trademarking self-publishing with Dale. So that's super, super exciting. Folks, thank you so much for taking some time out your day to spend some time with me. And if you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the thumbs up and, of course, hit the subscribe if you haven't already done so. Take care, folks. Thank you so much.